As Wendy stood up from her chair, the room began to spin. Her vision became blurry, and her ears were buzzing. At that moment, the world was moving in slow motion. Even as she fell, it was like lying down on the floor. Only when her head hit the tiles did she feel the impact. But then, it was too late. Wendy's 11-year-old grandson ran over and grabbed her shoulders. "Are you okay?" he asked with tears in his eyes. She didn't answer. We'll get back to Wendy in a second, but first I want to make a serious point. If you think your vertigo or occasional dizziness is just an inconvenience, you're dead wrong. Vertigo is the #1 cause of broken bones and head injuries in people over 55. It often leads to deadly head fractures and loss of cognitive function due to internal bleeding and brain injuries. It's the most frequent complaint doctors receive. And worst of all, it's a clear indicator that you're at high risk of stroke. You could experience one any minute now. Doctors have no solution. They don't even know what causes it. How could they provide a reliable treatment? You've probably been told that your vertigo, dizziness, or other balance problems are caused by something like Meniere's, vestibular neuritis, or labyrinthitis disease, low blood pressure, infection, medication side effects, migraine and headaches, or similar causes. But again, dead wrong. Yes, these things can lead or contribute to vertigo and dizziness. But if they really were the main causes, wouldn't there be a cure? You wouldn't have those vertigo and dizziness episodes, would you? If you dig deeper, you'll realize there is a solution for vertigo and dizziness. The solution is a set of simple head exercises. They're completely natural, require no medications or surgery. They're easy. Almost anyone can benefit from them, no matter what kind of shape you're in. They only take 3 to 15 minutes per day, and once you're satisfied with the results, you can stop doing them. They work fast. Many people experience immediate relief. Others need a few days or weeks at the most. And they work for almost everyone. No matter what your doctor says caused your vertigo and dizziness, these easy exercises will help. I'm about to explain these simple vertigo and dizziness exercises in detail. But first, I want to tell you, what does not cause vertigo and dizziness? There are many myths about vertigo and dizziness and other balance problems, and I need to tell you about the more serious ones. Myth number 1. Vertigo and dizziness is just a normal part of aging. Absolutely not. You shouldn't accept vertigo just because you're getting older. It sets on people as they age because of an underlying factor that commonly affects older people. I'll tell you more about this in a second. However, if you tackle this underlying vertigo and dizziness factor, your vertigo will be gone in minutes, never to return, no matter what age group you belong to. Myth number 2. Vertigo is a direct cause of another disease. Meniere's, vestibular neuritis, and labyrinthitis are commonly blamed. Yes, these diseases are associated with vertigo, but they aren't the real underlying cause. In fact, doctors have no idea what causes these diseases. They say Meniere's causes vertigo, and then state that vertigo is the main symptom of Meniere's. Like a dog chasing its tail, this just leaves you dizzier than ever and without a real solution. Myth number 3. Medications and surgery cure vertigo and dizziness. If they don't know what causes vertigo, how are they going to cure it? Now, I'll always encourage everyone to listen to their doctors and follow their advice. But if yours is not open to alternative methods, get a second opinion. And when you have a doctor who is truly educated and honest, he or she will tell you that very few people benefit from vertigo medications and surgery. In fact, the side effects are usually horrible. They'll make your problems worse in the long haul. Common side effects of vertigo and dizziness medications are dry mouth, drowsiness, nausea and vomiting, blurred vision, confusion, and most ironically, dizziness. These are all symptoms of vertigo. The exact problem the medications are supposed to heal. Ironic, right? It's crazy to take a drug for diseases and then have the side effects create the exact same symptoms. This is not made up. The above list is taken directly from WebMD. As much as the medical system would like to cash in on costly, cutting-edge surgeries, these operations are almost always useless. More importantly, it's scary to learn how often these surgeries lead to serious hearing loss, even total deafness. damage to the inner ear, infection, and other complications. Surgery should be an absolute last resort. Fortunately, after learning the exercises I'm about to share, you won't need this last resort. So, with the traditional medical system failing, what are your options? That's where Wendy comes in. She was rushed to the hospital in an ambulance after the fall. Fortunately, she only suffered a severe concussion and a mild skull fracture. There was no bleeding into her brain or other permanent damage, which too many people experience after vertigo falls. But Wendy knew she might not be so lucky next time. It wasn't her first fall. She began to experience mild vertigo in her early 40s. Little by little, the attacks became more frequent and severe. Sometimes they came with nausea, but not always. At first, she wrote them off as nothing serious. But as her functions became more limited, her worries grew.